In that case, it's fine, yeah. Well, our next guest has always been the pivotal member of supergroups like the Byrds and Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. A beautiful voice and amazing ability to harmonize. And in his autobiography, he tells about a very turbulent and drug-addicted time in his life. Been through it all, and he's still here. Here's David Crosby. Hi, David.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Hello, Kathie Lee.
Hi.
Welcome.
Have a seat right here.
I'll try.
Yeah. Well, David, it's good to have you here on the show.
Thank you.
They gave us some of the old albums, including the original Woodstock, which I guess is a classic, huh?
Yeah. It's got any mud on it?
Looks like it's been through it.
It's been through Woodstock, I think.
Absolutely.
You said that was a really harmonious time.
Yes, it was. It was actually an amazing, amazing time. I don't think anything else like it has ever happened. I'm kind of afraid to have anybody try to duplicate it.
Yeah, they've tried. Haven't been able to.
Unsuccessfully.
Yeah.
But everybody was up there, huh?
Yeah.
Jefferson Airplane, Sebastian.
Yeah, when we said we were scared, that's actually who we were scared about. We had the whole, everybody that we respected in the music business standing around behind us in a circle saying, okay, you're the new kids on the block, show it to us.
Yeah,
Let's see,
yeah.
you know.
But you did good, huh?
Yeah, we did okay.
Yeah. How was it writing this book, David? You know, you've been in and out of the headlines the last couple of years.
Boy, no kidding. It was actually wonderful. It helped me a great deal in a lot of ways. I wanted to do it anyway because I thought it was such an outrageous story. But it helped me deal with it. You know,
Sure.
you can't just ignore everything that happened to you or that you did. You know, and I did a lot of stuff that I wasn't really happy about. And I went back and in the course of writing the book, had to look at everything, you know, and say, gee, did I do that?
Yeah, it forces you to look at it and evaluate it, doesn't it? It's almost therapeutic.
Yeah, it was very.
Sure.
But when you say, did I do that, in a way, you didn't even know that you were doing that. You were basically drug addicted for about 25 years, weren't you?
About 20.
Yeah.
I would call the last 10 years of it really severe, really severely addicted.
You thought you could handle it there for a while.
Everybody thinks they can handle it. Yeah. I like to describe it as a road that when you start, you cannot see the end of the road. And it's a twisty road, and you go in, you start it, and you think, oh, I'm just, you know, doing a little of this, a little of that, and going over so-and-so's house, getting a little loaded. And you don't realize, you know, you can't see the end of the path where it goes.
Yeah.
Straight down.
Yeah.
Began with marijuana?
Yeah, sure. Like anybody.
And you worked up to?
Cocaine and heroin.
At the same time, about 7 grams of cocaine and a half a gram of heroin a day.
That's the figures.
David. You're still here.
Yeah,
like that song says.
I think that's why everybody was curious and wanted me to write the book, because they were trying to figure out how somebody that could do that could still be alive. At the worst of it, I spent about $1,000 a day on drugs.
Wow.
And the last thing you had to sell was your piano to pay for.
That was what I sold to run away when I became a federal fugitive. Smart, huh?
What happened with that episode?
Well, that's actually where the story started to get better. In most stories of alcoholism and addiction, there is a point at which the person bottoms out. And that's when I came to that point. I ran away, and I was a fugitive, and I knew that I was going to have to do time. I had been busted enough times. And I came to a point where I was sitting in Florida on my boat, which was decrepit at the time because I'd spent all the money on drugs. And I realized I just couldn't be that guy anymore. Just couldn't do it.
That was the turning point.
Yeah, that was the turning point. And then I turned myself in and did the time and came out the other end of it.
And how'd you clean yourself up, you know?
Well, we're not supposed to say the name, but you obviously know there are 12-step programs that, you know, help you recover. And I found those to be a great help, an enormous help.
You had a 25-year habit here that we're talking about.
Very serious, very, very serious. I was completely out of control towards the end, and so it was not easy to come back from it. And I have had a lot of advantages that other people don't have. I have a wonderful wife who helped me a great deal.
Although she was having to go through detox herself.
She went through it too. She went through a very tough time. She did it even in a way. Well, I don't know. We both had tough ways to do it. I detoxed by being put in solitary.
That's in Texas?
Yeah, and locked up for months at a time, and fed through a hole in the door. She did it in another way that's very tough, although that way wasn't fun. She did it out where you could make the mistake again.
She had access to it.
She could go out and just leave, and so she had a lot of guts to do it her way. And then I had friends, really good friends that helped me a great deal. And as I say that, the 12-step programs.
Oh, that's great. What was it like in that Texas prison, David?
It's a funny thing. People expect me to tell horror stories about it because Huntsville Prison in Texas has one of the worst reputations there is. And I'm not trying to portray it as a summer camp. You've got to imagine a sort of a 300-pound Texan guy with no neck and a big cowboy hat saying, "Hey, rock star!"
Yeah, with your long hair.
Hey, look at here, hippie.
Oh boy!
At the same time, and it was a serious place. Machine gun towers and barbed wire, and violence and gangs and stuff. But there's a duality to it. Yes, it was a horrible place, but it's where I woke up.
Yeah.
See,
It
it's
saved
where
your
I
life.
came to from this long nightmare, and so I have this funny kind of good feeling about it at the same time that I have a bad feeling about it. It's very strange.
Well, now, what do you want to do with the rest of your life?
Well, a lot more of what I'm good at. I love to sing. In the last year, I've made, a group album with Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, a solo album that's going to come out in January on A&M, and written this book with my partner, Carl
It's
Colley.
incredible. Look what you've been through, and look, how it all broke for you. And you got the book, you got the albums, you got the career, and you got your voice.
He's got his wife.
And you got your wife, too. She's sitting
lovely.
right over there.
Yeah.
Hi, Jan. Nice to see you. Well, that's wonderful. So,
I love happy endings.
Yeah.
you can have all kinds of adversity in your life, and you can overcome it.
You can turn it around. It's a matter of wanting to badly enough.
And if you can, anybody can.
That's right.
Not
That's the way I feel about it.
You want to read how one guy did it? David Crosby, long time gone. David, thanks so much for
Thank you,
being
man.
here. Good luck.
Both very great.
We'll be back in a moment.
Friday on Live, actor-comedian Bob Saget